What is packing with you, YouTube? Shout out to all the pack addicts out there. Welcome back to Cage TV. This is your man, King Howie. And let's get into this Bucky Brooks article. Aaron Rodgers is overrated. Bucky Brooks, ex special teams player in the NFL for 5 years, and he's played on 5 different teams, decided he wanted to clout chase Aaron Rodgers, who has been getting a lot of scrutiny for the last few years. But I think this whole smear campaign is just starting to sound more ridiculous as it goes on. But this is what we got to deal with. Now, Bucky had an issue with the Mike Sando of The Athletic, who asked 55 NFL coaches and executives to place each of the league's veteran quarterbacks into a 5-tier based on their performance and impact potential. And of course, the average of the survey results provided an overall ranking for these football players. And guess who came in number 1? Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers. Now, Bucky claims that this is some sort of blind devotion by the higher-ups, meaning the executives in the NFL, to put Aaron Rodgers as the number 1 top-tier quarterback in the league based on his skill set and talent. We all know winning Super Bowls are a team thing, not an individual thing. Even though, you know, they give the glory to the quarterback, whoever wins the Super Bowl. That's just how the NFL wants to promote their product. But this article was just nonsensical to me, man. Just a lot of things that it kind of sound like an attack, you know, because people don't look at the big picture when it comes to certain individuals like Aaron Rodgers. You know, he said he watched film and there was throws where Aaron Rodgers could have dumped it off to the running back. Bro, they're not out there playing backyard football. You know, Aaron Rodgers has to compensate for what the defense can't do. So that's why he takes the shots that he takes, because he doesn't want to play from behind because the defense is trash. He knows his defense is going to... He looks at the averages. Okay, how many points the defense is giving up a game? Okay, they're giving up 28 points a game. Look, we got to take shots early and we got to take shots often so we can at least have a chance to win a ball game. If you go back last year, Bucky, and you look at the Packers versus the 49ers, if you look at that game will answer a lot of questions that you want to answer in this article that you wrote. You know, he's talking about previous seasons, the last, you know, when he first started, his QBR was high. Wait, well, let me stop. QBR is not even a stat. It's a made-up stat by ESPN and Skip Bayless. It doesn't exist. Passer rating was 107. His completion percentage was 66%, and blah, 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 blah. All these numbers he throwing in here, you know, they just numbers. But numbers do tell a story, and that's where Bucky is not really paying attention at. Those numbers do tell a story. Then he brings up Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Bucky, if Aaron Rodgers was overrated, why compare him to Tom Brady and Drew Brees? I don't understand why you want to compare him to Drew Brees anyway, the king of the 7-9 record. That's what Drew Brees is to me. Drew Brees, all he do is throw for a bunch of yards, and where does it get him? Nowhere. He's been to one Super Bowl, won one Super Bowl, and that was a lot long ago before Aaron Rodgers. When is he going to win another Super Bowl? How come Cam Newton and Matt Ryan are the only MVPs in that division? How come they both have MVPs before Drew Brees? Nobody want to answer those questions? Why is Drew Brees being compared to Aaron Rodgers? I have no idea. But we'll move on from there. Then he talks about the coaching staff and Mike. He brings that back up. Piggybacking and clout chasing once again. Oh, Aaron Rodgers holds on to the ball too long. Why? Because he knows he has to take shots to compensate for the sorry-ass defense. Why? You guys are supposed to be analysts, right? Journalists, right? Why aren't you guys talking about that? And then you go, if he's so overrated, why bring up Green Bay's front office also catches flack due to the perceived lack of weaponry at Aaron Rodgers' disposal of late? The Packers' young, inexperienced receiving corps has fielded plenty of negative ink. Lack of chemistry and continuity. Bro, it's not Aaron Rodgers' job to prepare the receivers for the game. It is the coach's job to prepare the receivers for the game. Aaron Rodgers preaches preparation before every single game. What else he got to say? If the receivers ain't preparing for the game and don't know the playbook, what can he do? What can he do? What's the point of going over there to lead guys that are not prepared? My God. My God. And then he brings up Phillip Rivers. Look at this. Look at this. His top five quarterbacks. This is Bucky Brooks' top 5 quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes. That's a prisoner of the moment pick. A lot of people are doing that. Let's not be prisoners of the moment. He had a good year, MVP. I get it. Y'all all jumping on the nutsack. Let's see if he could be good this next upcoming season. Number 2, Phillip Rivers. He had Phillip Rivers number 2. An ex-NFL special teams player. Number 3, Drew Brees. Number 4, Tom Brady. And his 5th and final top 5 quarterback, Russell Wilson. He had Aaron Rodgers battling the 6th position with Andrew Luck. Now, I could see, Pat Mahomes. Yay. Pat Mahomes had a good season. Jump on the bandwagon. I could see that as, going number 1. Why? Because he has some similarities of Aaron Rodgers. Drew Brees, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see you putting Drew Brees up there. I could see that. Tom Brady, yeah. Russell Wilson, yeah. But where I find the most disrespect from Bucky Brooks is putting Phillip Rivers number 2. Now, no disrespect to Phillip Rivers and Charger fans, but you put Phillip Rivers number 2? Number 2? Wow. Wow. And we supposed to take you serious, Bucky Brooks. Now that's just plain old disrespectful. Now you can have an opinion about Aaron Rodgers all you want, but this right here, your top 5, Pat Mahomes, Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, Tippy Toe Tom Brady, and Russell Wilson. You could have picked anybody else besides Phillip Rivers, man, at number 2. You could have went Matt Ryan. You could have went anybody but Phillip Rivers. Bucky, you got signs of CTE, man. You having CTE. This article got CTE written all over it. Got CTE written all over it. And before I end this video, I'm gonna just put a side note. Greg Jennings, I seen you on Undisputed when they were talking about this article, and you disagree with Bucky Brooks. You started giving Aaron Rodgers a lot of praise and a lot of respect. Now, I don't know if that had anything to do with the interview that James Jones had with Aaron Rodgers at training camp, and you seen how great their relationship was, and you feel like, man, let me try to get back on this good side. If you sent out a message saying that you wanted to sit down and meet with Aaron Rodgers and he hasn't responded to you yet, Greg Jennings, just leave it alone. Just stay on the other side of the fence. Just go ahead and say, yeah, I don't believe he's top 5. Just go ahead and say it, man. I mean, you already done wasted your breath to Packer fans across the world anyway, so whatever you're trying to do to get back in the good graces of the fans. I see your Instagram. You're trying to promote the green and gold again, showing your old Green Bay Packer uniform poses and all that shit. I see what you're doing, man. It's all good though, Greg. It's all good. But this whole article is clout chase for real. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Bucky Brooks, you tried. Let me give you a hand, brother. You tried the clout chase, but I don't think it's going to live up to the hype. So with that being said, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the bell. And I'll holla.